Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome into the chat. So glad that you were all able to make it. Hope you had an amazing week. I've got a couple of things to share with you today. But first, if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you will stick around for the live stream. And then after it's done, check out some of the other videos on this channel as well as the other content creators within the tribe. If you are a returning subscriber, I hope that you had an amazing week. And as always, I appreciate you spending some of your Sunday evening with me. So thank you. Summerall Robertson, happy Sunday. Welcome to the chat. Ladies, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up. So, hi, sus. Happy Sunday. Welcome, 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 ladies. I'm so glad that you are all here. Happy Sunday, Roslyn. Hello, hello, honey girl 28. Happy Sunday, Brina 1971. Welcome, ladies. I'm so glad you were able to join. Happy Sunday, CF. QB Bianca Wallace. Welcome into the chat. So glad you ladies are here. Please be sure to go ahead and hit the thumbs up. We got Ingrid Scott in this evening. Hello, hello, DJ King. Happy Sunday, ladies. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It has been a week. But I wanted to start tonight. Hello, Lucinda Quimbley. By talking a little bit about something that I may have missed the discussion about because I've not been super active on social media over the last couple of weeks because of work, but that is the refresh of both Dooney.com and ilovedooney.com. So our beloved Dooney and Bourke, thanks DJ King, our beloved Dooney has done a much needed refresh on the layout and the design of their website. And I'll tell you, I have mixed feelings about this. So let's start with one. I think that the refresh was a little overdue. That's first thing. I think that there are other brands that when they have like seasons change or when there is, just, I don't know, a refresh of technology, it kind of gives a little bit of a different look and feel to their site. And some of it's not major. It could just be the change in graphics or pictures or the way that they display the images. And Dooney just wasn't doing that. So I will give them an A for finally doing a refresh on both of their sites. I guess the site is kind of giving me Coach vibes. So I'm good with the Coach vibes in that the functionality, being able to scroll through the pictures, them having some updated images. Again, I think that they were well overdue for a refresh, especially considering the number of staples that they maintain in inventory on both of those sites. So I think that was a little bit overdue, but I would have loved to see them do something that was more unique to Dooney instead of just kind of falling in line with what I'm seeing on Coach and CoachOutlet.com. So let me know in the comments how you feel. Like, is it giving you Coach vibes when you look at the site now as well, or is that just me? I'm curious. It is also disappointing, and maybe it's my device, so I'm gonna ask you all to let me know in the chat tonight, but it feels like some of the links are broken, or like the programming just didn't quite get to where it used to be. And I'll give you an example. So previously, if you scroll to the bottom of the page and there was an item that you wanted to take a look at, you click that item, back out, and it would bring you back to the same place. It's one of those things that, like, when the Coach site is really busy, it drives me insane, and it will drive me to not shop if it doesn't take me back to the spot where I was just scrolling. I don't want to go back to the top of the list where I just was and have to scroll back to the bottom and then load the next page. I just want to go back to where I was and pick up in my search and keep moving forward. Maybe it's my Chromebook, my MacBook, my iPad, and my Android cell phone and my iPhone that are all acting crazy, but I have yet to see that functionality work. So while I appreciate the refresh, I think that there are still some glitches that the programmers need to work out in order for that shopping experience to be a little bit more cohesive. So is it just me, or have you noticed that? And if you haven't noticed it, if you have another device and you're able to check, let me know what your experience has been like, because I'm curious to see whether it's just all of mine that are acting up, or if it truly is an issue with the site. The other thing that I've noticed, and it is driving me a little bonkers, is especially on my iPad. When I go to the top, for example, and select the different not settings, but the different shopping categories across the top. Like if I select bags and go down to new arrivals, it doesn't move the page. I thought that maybe it's time for me to upgrade my iPad. So I did it on my Chromebook, and then it did it on there. And then I went to my Android device and I did it there. I'm like, why can't I use the menus to actually navigate through, through the different categories of merchandise? So I think that they need to go back and take another look at that. There seems to be a broken link there. So it is extremely frustrating. The other thing that is driving me crazy is I wish they had held off on updating their website until they actually had new merchandise to feature. And that way it would have been a new, fresh search experience, new merchandise, maybe a new promo, and it would have all kind of come together. And then maybe I would have been a little bit more lenient on some of the technology issues that I'm seeing. But since you weren't trying to photograph new merchandise, then I feel like the IT team and the QA team should have made sure that that transition was as seamless as possible. All right, so those are things that I've actually noticed on both sides. So the thing that is troubling my waters as it relates to ILD is it appears that they maybe have heard us say one too many times, hey, make sure that you check the pricing on ILD before you buy it on Dooney, or hey, before you buy it on Dooney, check the pricing on ILD. Because there are now codes that don't work across the site, right? They have truly restricted and limited what you can apply those sale promotions to. And that has been a little bit of frustrating because it appears that most of the Alto and the Florentine items are excluded from promotions. One of the things that I do like, because I'm math lazy, is that when you select an item that is included in whatever the promo code is, it will show you what the price of that item will be once the promo code has been entered. So instead of you putting everything in your cart, then applying the code, and then seeing what the reductions are, I like the fact that it tells me after the discount is applied how much that specific item is without me doing mental math, because I'm doing retail therapy. I don't want to do math. I want to shop. So I appreciate the fact that they have done that, but I'm a little frustrated that those promo codes do not apply across like all of the categories. And I do realize that even before the refresh of the website, that there were certain items that were excluded from certain promotions. So maybe this is just a dry period where the promotions are just not that great. But I am curious to see if it is going to evolve, especially because my patience is a little bit thin with the brand right now because they took away the the loyalty program. And while it's only been a few weeks, I am wanting to know what's coming next, because what I'm seeing now is not impressing me by way of codes. Now, I'm not sure if many of you continue to look at the site on a regular basis, because it's kind of been the same thing over and over and over again for an extended period of time. But they did just this past week, this Wednesday just passed, they did have a wallet Wednesday. And where they had not had wallet Wednesdays in a while, they did have a really good variety of items. And the price points were, I think the lowest price point was either $29 or $39 for coin cases. You've seen them on Mono's Beauty's channel. You've seen them here. You've seen them on DJ King's. You've seen them on Sus Watts. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You've seen them on Carmen Hawkins' channel. There are Lucinda Quimbley. You've just seen, they've been all over. So those were either $29 or $39. But then they also had wallets or accessories that were at each of the other price points that we've seen in the past from Wallet Wednesday. So you had some $39, $49, $59. I don't remember $69, but I'm sure there probably was a Pouchette that was in that price range. $79, $89, $99. The Janines, East and West, North and South were included. They had Lola that was marked down, I think, to $69 dollars. They had Lexi included. The Florentine zip around wallets were available in a way of several colors that are unfortunately are either have disappeared now again from the site, or are no longer at that price point. So Wednesdays, at least, I would say to try to give that a quick view. Now, I'm not sure whether this was planned or whether Dooney was trying to combat Coach Boutique releasing reserve items on CoachOutlet.com, because that was the day that all of, if you haven't checked that's probably worth a look, because there was tons of stuff that dumped over onto CoachOutlet.com at great prices, and a lot of that stuff is sold through now, but there's still a lot of stuff available. But maybe they did a Wallet Wednesday to try to get some of that foot traffic, because I actually ended up making purchases from both sides. Of course, my Coach item has already arrived, and Dooney is still on the slow boat from either Connecticut or California. Who knows, because we know that regardless of what the website is doing, they have not resolved the shipping issues, and I'm just hoping that my package gets here on time and in a box that doesn't look like it rode under the UPS truck to get here. So again, keep the comments coming in the live chat. Let me know what other things you have noticed about the refresh of Dooney.com and ilovedooney.com, which we refer to here as ILD. Let me know the good, the bad, the ugly, so that when I go back and read the comments and the transcript of the chat, I can see some of the things that are also driving you either bananas or that you are really excited about over the site's refresh. All right. So this past week, I did something that I'd said reluctantly that I was not going to do, but I did it anyway because I'm a procrastinator, and it was time to leave to go to the airport, and I had not changed bags. So I traveled with my Tory Burch McGraw tote. My hesitancy was the fact that this bag did not have a secure top closure. Let me just say, this was an amazing travel bag. It held everything. Now, of course, it was full to the top, so it's not a never full. I can definitely fill up a tote, but it carried amazing. It fit under the seat with no problems. I didn't have any issues with any of my stuff falling out. And unlike the Central Zip top tote from Coach that I have, a hate, love, love, hate in that order relationship with. This bag does not look like it has been traveled with. My corners are still good. I don't have any popped stitches. The shoulder drop was great. And the best thing is that it does not show the folds and bends and crinkles and indentations that the Coach bag showed from even after the first week and then after the first business trip. I know that it is because the bag is lined in this suede or micro suede, so it gives the leather a little bit more durability as well as flexibility, so it's a little bit more resilient. It bounces back a lot quicker. Based on this, Carrie, it's gonna have to be something different about Coach's leather before I would buy another tote from them. Now, I'm going to pause there and say that while I plan to not purchase another one, there are Coach bags, totes that are in my collection that I have not yet shared on the channel. At some point, I'll make a decision on whether I am going to keep those, gift those, sell those, donate those, whatever it is. But I just can't see buying another one based on the way that the leather in that central zip top tote has it's just been disappointing. So I keep coming back to it because I'm not necessarily the bag update person, so to speak, but I have not been disappointed by this McGraw tote from Dooney Bourke. And the more I use this bag, I've been in it now for a few weeks, the more I use it, the more in love I am with the brand. I even text my tribe sisters one night, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and was inquiring about wear and tear on a bag because I have been very, very, very pleased with those with the two McGraw totes that I have. I have it in the color I just showed you, and then I also have it in white. Okay, so back to Coach. So I did make one purchase during last Wednesday's we'll just call it a reserve dump on coachoutlet.com. I actually picked up a pair of slides. And I thought about waiting and holding this to a shoe haul, but we're going to go ahead and do them now so that I can go ahead and move into them. This is the Coach signature. I think it's just called a signature slide, but let me see if I got that right. What does it say on here? Udele coated canvas in the color tan, and I did get true to size 10. I did slide my foot in them when I got them here just to make sure I didn't need to return them, and they fit true to size. So it is the tan. I have visions of this with like my Coach Cassie in signature. I also have the wristlet that I just showed you from my most recent Coach Accessories haul. I also have, kind of the run to the store, grab and go type pieces. And then I also have this little number, but in the signature. Remember, I picked it up for my birthday. This one is in the red orange. But I got the signature Noe pop-up Noe, or Noe pop-up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got it for my birthday this past year, and it is also in the tan rust signature. So it will work for those quick runs. These would also be great as, just slides around the house. They'd be great poolside. running quick errands, and then depending on what you're wearing, you could probably get away with just wearing these as regular slides out. Yeah, so these were, I think, $23 and some change. They did have up to size 11. There appears to be, at least there was earlier today, I'm not sure what size because their site, it wasn't loading. But there was, I think, kind of a clear, sparkle, metallic, unicorny type deal in the same style. And then they also had one that had a little bit more gold tone, but they both had the Coach signature in those colorways. So I would imagine at this point, if you have a larger foot like me, then the larger sizes are likely gone. But if you have, like, you know, a size 5, 6 foot, then they're probably still available if you want to take a look at those. So let me just, they were $23.75. Got the shipping slip here. All right, so I am going to no, I'm gonna send the military mom to the enabler corner tonight. Not because of the bag that I'm gonna show you, but because her most recent video reminded me that I have several Nolitas still that I've yet to carry, yet to use, yet to show and share, and that are, you know, different from what is currently available on Coach Outlet and even the boutique site. But first, because I am continuing to remain on this neutral kick, I'm going to share with you the bag that I don't plan to carry it this week because I've already moved into my bag for this week, but I plan to carry it the following week. So this week I just moved out of McGraw and I moved into my large monogram tote in beige. So that's what I'm going to be using this week. I'm using one of those leather, the Madewell pouches that I shared with you a few weeks ago. And then I also pulled out Alice. I pulled out Alice because I wanted just a little bit more space. And because that is in the pebble, leather, and bone with the Sierra trim, it actually works perfectly with that beige and the Sierra trim of the bag. So those are the accessories that I've dropped into the large monogram tote for use this week. But I need to get this one so that when I come out, I can move into what will be yet another nude, but a little different. Any guesses in the comments on what you think this bag is? I bought this, I want to say it was before before Rona hit, and I picked up a few colors because they were on an amazing sale. I think maybe $99 or $109, something like that. And I just went ahead and took the plunge. And it's because I have this bag in several leathers and colors, but I also have it in red, which is absolutely one of my favorite leisure shoppers. And this is the patent leather leisure shopper in the color light taupe. It is the perfect neutral. It is going to be great as kind of, I think it screams both casual. It can also be very professional. And the week that I'm carrying this, I've got several business meetings and I don't want to have to worry about changing bags because I'll be on the road. And I thought that this would be perfect for the evenings, perfect for on the plane, perfect for neutrals. I know we've had the conversation about being traumatized by patent leather, but really, Dooney just does patent leather so gorgeous. And it is so flawless, and it always, anytime I carry the red, I get a ton of compliments. So I'm gonna give this a neutral one, and it's already nice and squishy. The leather is soft and amazing. But I'm not gonna go through this because you've seen leisure shoppers all over. It is a go-to in the community. But what I wanted to do is take a look at some of the accessories that I have to see if I have anything that will go with it. And then, because of Military Mom's most recent upload, I thought I may have a Nolita that may go perfectly with this bag. And if so, to dig it out, take a look, and see about getting my accessories together before I'm ready for this carry. So I'm not, the tan rust kind of throws it off for me because of the vachetta trim on the bag, but the actual signature actually looks really good in my opinion with that. So like this would absolutely work because you don't have to worry about seeing that tan rust. So I like the signature with it, even though that the tan rust throws it off, but the actual signature. So I do have at least one piece that will work with that. Then I thought about gonna send my tribe sister M Squared to the Enabler Corner, because when we were all together for the bucket list experience, which now feels like it was 10,000 years away, Ems was actually using a Big Sister Carrington in her bag as a catch-all. So it made me think that I have yet to use this, and this was a taupe. But as you can see, that taupe, they are completely different colors, and it actually makes the light taupe, actually to me, it appeared a bit more olive when I put the Big Sister Carrington with it. The colors just don't appear to be in the same color family now that they are together. So I'm not, that this one is definitely a no. And then I'm wondering, likely, that my Alice is going to do the same thing because it is also in Saffiano, and that just kind of clashes for me. So that's going to be a no. I have a Coach, I think this is called a large wristlet, and that to me goes a little bit better, and this is a taupe color as well. That to me coordinates a little bit better than the Saffiano. So you can see there the color difference. You definitely see that. Alice is a no-go, but this one actually works, I think. Let me know what your thoughts are. So far, I think that this is kind of number two. The Coach signature without the rust definitely pulls, but then this large Coach wristlet, and it has a chain on it. I really like this one with it. And then from Dooney, there is actually a accessory piece that came with the Mackenzie Hobo, and it's in taupe, but let's see here. It almost kind of, I don't know, does it mush? Yeah, I guess it kind of mushrooms. Like every time I move it away and pull it back, when I first see the colors together, it does nothing for it, and then it kind of actually pulls the color. So I could definitely do this, but I don't know that I could do these two together, nor would I necessarily need to. coordinate. They could work. I could make those work. While I'm getting ready to show you the Nolita, here's another thing that I noticed. While I know that Dooney has been very, very slow to respond to customer feedback, customer complaints, concerns, etc., I do want to note that, in my opinion, I've at least said on this channel probably a dozen times as it relates to Dooney's version of the large wristlet, right? I did a ton of them in Florentine. They've come with perfect pair pieces. It doesn't have very much organization in the inside. And I've stated many, many times that I wish that they would redo the interior of that wristlet and add some card slots and give it a bit more functionality. Well, while you are scrolling through, take a look on, I think it's probably on both Dooney and ILD, the large slim wristlet, and then go look at the small Carrington. And let me know in the comments if you think that they listened to that feedback and actually gave us the small Carrington, because it has a bit more organization. It has some card slots, which was what I asked for. Not as many as I would like, but I do believe that they are listening to some of the feedback, and taking a look at this is what made me think about that, because this is also kind of a semi-small Carrington in that you've got the 3 card slots, you've got the divider or slip pocket, and then similar to the Tech Top zip pouch, you have a front zipper pocket as well. So I think that there are some iterations and changes to some of the accessories that truly are taking into consideration the feedback that we are providing in our spaces as influencers. So let me know what your thoughts are. Did I over analyze that one? Small Carrington, large slim wristlet, the addition of some organization, card cases. It has the tech, wristlet strap / shoulder bag. I think that will work. Honey girl, take a look at the top zip wristlet. It is the same as the Tech Top. Maybe somebody can post a link for you in the chat. It is the same accessory. It's just that one has a wristlet strap and the other has the shoulder strap. That's the only thing that separates the Tech Top pouch from the wristlet. Is one has just the wristlet strap, and then the other one has the strap that is attached on one end, lobster claw on the other, can be used as like a little small mini micro bag, whatever you want to call it, and then can actually detach the lobster, connect it to the other side, and then you have the wristlet. So take a look at that. I do know from looking at the site this morning that they did have the suede ones still available in that wristlet, and they actually were on sale for Wallet Wednesday. I think they were either $49 or $59. So if you find one that you like, I would say if it's in your budget, go ahead and pull the trigger on it now. But if not, you may want to just kind of set a reminder and stock them on Wednesdays to see if there are any more Wallet Wednesdays that appear. So hope that was helpful. If anyone has a couple of links to share with her, I'd appreciate if you drop those in the chat. You are very welcome, ma'am. All right, so here we go. I think that this, and DJ King, you may be able to help me get the time frame right once you see it. But I want to say that this was a purchase that may have been made either right before Rona, or this was kind of the shop your way through 2020. Because that's how long I think it's been sitting, waiting for it to be cast in a Feed Your Addiction. So this, can I see? Y'all, I had to break down and get a pair of readers. The strength is only 1.0, but sweet baby Jesus, it has made such a difference. I am fighting the aging process this with everything in me. And I did not bring them in here because I was not anticipating having to read anything. But this is called the Gray Birch Multi Stud Large. It's called the Wristlet 19, but I think once you see it, it's going to check all the boxes for Nolita. I am so proud that I was able to read that without going completely. I know I'm not the only one that has fought the reader battle, so I'm just gonna leave that there. All right, so this is in the Gray Birch, and it got me to thinking. Let's do a little strip tease of this chain here. Now that it's gotten caught on the lobster. Okay. Here we go. That's a sexy bag. Look at the color, the rivets. I almost wish that the chain and the hardware on this was gold because I don't mind the mixing of metals. You know what? No, I'm going to take that back because I have enough things that have gold. I'm good with the silver and it'll pull. But this is what I thought, and now that I'm looking at it from afar, I don't think this is going to work at all. But I appreciate seeing military moms because when I saw her put her Nolita in her Suki and it had all of the like rivets and roses and everything on the sides, it made me think like I've got some of those that have, you know, some bedazzle, some jewels on them, and I should pull those out and get them in rotation. Just a little bit closer, you can see that it has the Coach C's here. It's got some rhinestone and rivet detailing. I guess teeny tiny micro tea roses, but these are, it's more hardware. It's not like a fabric tea rose, so it's actually hardware. And then of course you've got the chain detail. I just absolutely love this. It is neutral. It will go with a ton of different things. I think that's the reason that I bought it. But again, it's not a taupe. It is a gray, a birch at that. So I still may be on the hunt for accessories. This is I actually think I have another one in a taupe color that may actually be a better color. But I don't know where it is. Let's see here. I found my card case. This is the reason I had to go find Alice, as I couldn't figure out where my card case was for the monogram that I'm carrying this week. So I may switch out my wallet, but let's see here. This is the outlet version of the signature, and I don't think that it goes as well as the retail version in the tan rust. Okay, the search for accessories is going to continue because I either need to find something neutral that's going to make all of that work or go completely off the reservation and select something completely different. I don't know what I'm going to do yet because this kind of threw me for a loop because I felt like this was going to be like the perfect nudie taupe, but it's not. Now from afar, I may still use it. I think I still may. I do have a hydrangea Where oh, don't fall over there. I feel like the light trim is, if I could see past the vachetta trim, then some of the other leathers might work because I could get past that. But in this case, for example, because the tan rust is so much darker, to me, it just clashes. It clashes. And I know if I go and start digging through my accessories, I will be able to find pieces that will complement that leisure. Look at the shine. Yeah, I feel like I've gone to therapy to get over the scar created from my childhood from patent leather. But I think I could still make this work. I do have, I don't know that I do black with it because that could work. Black is just going to be too harsh. Uh-oh. That to me is too harsh. And I know I just offended those of you that absolutely love your black accessories. I've been in that camp before. And I'm not sure if I want to go bold colors, but y'all know I will put red with anything and everything. But I'm still thinking, I don't know. It's going to be in the inside, so of course, really until I open my bag and take something out, nobody's going to see it except me. But I was thinking that this was going to be a little bit closer match. And it's just not. And I'm looking to see if I have anything else close that might, and I don't. So it may end up being this if I can't find this style in this color in my stash, because I believe I have that. So, yeah, I love that. And at the price, I think they were, I don't think I paid more than 109. I want to say 99 was the sale. And I don't even know if leisure is still even available on the sites anymore on either ILD or Dooney, because the last time I remember looking, I didn't see anything that came up other than like the Charleston, which is the small version of, has that same style as the leisure shocker. So that is it for me for tonight. I really like the small Carrington versus the large slim wristlet. I'd seen that a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to call it out. But of course, this is the first night in several weeks that I've gone actual live. Everything else I've been kind of pre-recorded because I knew that I was going to be traveling and away for work and wanted to have some content. And then the refresh of the websites, I thought, almost there, right? Close, but no cigar. And I just wanted to make sure that I just wasn't, nitpicking, and that it wasn't my internet or Wi-Fi, that it wasn't my devices, that some of those problems were not unique to me. And then I definitely wanted to get this bag out so that I have a couple of days to play around with accessories to see. Ooh, wait a minute. To see what would work. And I like that together. What do y'all think about that? I really like that together. Did I buy anything else from that collection other than a bag? I really like that with it. So maybe I'll build around this one. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Mm, from afar? I think I could make that work. Wallet. I could use this either a small catch-all, or I could throw things in there in here like my checkbooks and a couple of masks, things like that. And then I have a Target Ruby and Cash pouch that I think I could use to kind of pull all three of them together, which would give me an actual larger catch-all for like hand lotion, sanitizer, Tide pen, gum, that stuff. So I think that's gonna work. Which also means if I go ahead and move out of Alice before this week starts, I have the matching card case already at play, which will make changing my bag week after a lot easier because I'll already be in the card case, so it'll just be a drop in. I think that's what I'm going to do. All of that to end up not using the Nolita. You're going to get your day, sweetie. So that's it. Let's see. The week this was a rough week for work. And by rough, I mean it was the travel was flawless. I'm so thankful that the Delta pilots have a new contract because they were starting to wear my patience thin. I get contract negotiations. I get that everybody wants more compensation right now, but a girl is just trying to get from point A to point B and then back from point B to point A, which is home. So I need for y'all to get some get right. So I was happy that was all resolved this week, kind of uneventful. And no offense to any of you that have children, but I am so glad that family travel is almost over because these little rugrats are back in school, because it was so much smoother going through TSA without all of the families and strollers and inquisitive kids and all of that stuff. So I said what I said. And I can remember traveling with Corey as a little one and like prepping him, drilling him the night before. Like some parents drill their kids on like their name and how to spell it and their address and their phone number and their ABCs. Before we traveled, I did those drills with him so that he could expect. So, I mean, it's natural for little kids to kind of rubberneck when they're getting new stuff, seeing new things and so forth. But I don't have time for that, even for the ones that share the same bloodline. I need y'all to coach them so that they understand what's about to happen next. Yes, you have to take your shoes off, not your socks. Take your shoes off. Yes, you have to take your backpack out. Yes, it has a battery in it. It has to come out. Yes, the iPad has... But I'm a little, I have a system when I travel that works. And when little ones travel with me, they have to fall into that system. And even though Curry is 18, about to be 19, to this day, we have a drill the night before we travel because he gets starstruck. I can remember, and this is completely off topic. Hit the thumbs up before you head out. But before we all went on the cruise, we could not clear TSA pre-check line before Corey was telling me he'd seen some celebrity and he was like, can I get in front of you and go through first because I want to catch him and I want to get pictures. And then I had my niece with me as well, who was also a teen. And when she saw they were, I was just don't go past the TSA checkpoint. If you can't, when you clear, if you miss him, then it's done. So we have drills, and even at that age, I set boundaries because I don't have time to be running all over Hartsfield Jackson Airport trying to find two teenagers that are chasing celebrities that they see on TV. I don't have time for that. So anyway, y'all, I hope you have an amazing week. Carmen, I did see your comment. Somebody else sent me an email text this week saying, hey, we should plan a trip for Dubai. And I was like, oh, that it is definitely time to plan a trip. And I think there are a few of us that are actually planning to get together next month to just hang. We're going to do kind of like the dinner and movies, drinks, just kind of catch up, hang out. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Carmen, I know I missed you this week when I was in Philly, but that was a quick trip. I promise you. I'm actually going to be in Allentown for a few days next month, so maybe that will work out. I've got travel and weekend trips, all kinds of things. This is my time of year again. I'll do it during the summertime, but it is so much easier when the airport is less congested with family travel. I mean, I'm glad that families travel together. They're giving kids experiences and exposures. I am all for that, but baby, my patience gets thin when it starts interfering with me being, in work mode. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that right there because I'm probably rubbing some people the wrong way. The offset of less congestion at the airport is that there is more congestion on the way to the airport because of, all of the school traffic and high school kids and all of that being on the road. So 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. But I can leave a few minutes earlier to get to the airport. I just need for the transition to be good. So I appreciate you ladies helping me make some decisions because I do like this a lot better. And honestly, I may need to just, if I go and switch out my accessories for this bag, it will make that one a lot easier. So I think I may do that while I have some time this evening. I hope you all have an amazing week. If you have not hit the thumbs up, I kindly ask that you do so. If you have not yet subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting on. You're sitting, hanging out, watching. You come back, you watch the replays, you do your research, you check in to see what we're talking about. You might as well go ahead and subscribe and become a part of the tribe. I mean, it's free and we have fun and there's a true community here. So thank you so very much for watching. I hope that you all have an amazing week. And until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care, everyone.